All right, everyone, and welcome back to another Coast to Coast Live online showcase. My name is Adonis. I'm going to be your host for today's event. And as usual, I am joined by three very special guest judges who will be overseeing this entire event today. So let me start off with the first judge on the lineup. Up first on the lineup, he is an A&R director over at Atlantic Records. Knowledge, welcome back to another Coast to Coast Live online showcase. How you doing, Knowledge?
Oh my God, what's going on? How you doing?
Awesome. It's always a pleasure to have you, Knowledge. Thank you so much for joining us for today's event. Now, we always have a question we ask our judges. My question for you today, Knowledge, what do you mean when you say an artist should really have their unique look? They should have a unique look. What does that mean?
Um, I mean, an artist really needs to just have a look that's like uh personal to them. You know what I mean? Like, so just no, natural stuff, like whatever you're normally into. You know what I mean? Like, so a lot of artists think that they have to quote unquote look like a rapper. You know what I mean? Whether that be like jewelry and the high fashion designer clothes and stuff like that. But that's only if that's what your music is about. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could take an artist like there's a ton of artists you could take. You know, if you're a sneakerhead and maybe that's all you're into, sneakers and streetwear, then that's what you can dress in. You know what I'm saying? If you're a skateboarder, then you can have your skateboard clothes with your dirty kicks and the holes in them and all that, because that's really what you do. You know what I'm saying? If you're a former athlete or something like that, and you just basketball shorts and t-shirts and stuff like that, like you could be a rapper and dress however you want. You know what I'm saying? It just needs to be in uniform with your music. It just needs to be on brand. You get what I'm saying? So there's no particular way that you have to dress, but it should just be your natural, comfortable style, something that you feel that you would just normally wear. You know what I mean?
For sure. Definitely well said. Knowledge, it's such a pleasure to have you, man. Thank you so much for joining us for today's online showcase, Knowledge. And up next on the judge lineup, he is a platinum producer. He's worked with artists such as Young Jeezy, Ludacris, Rick Ross, 50 Cent, 2 Chainz, and much, much more. You guys know him. It's DJ Pain One. Pain One, welcome back to another Coast to Coast Live online show. How you doing, man?
Thank you for having me.
Awesome. It's always a pleasure to have you as well, DJ Payne One. Thank you so much for joining us for today's event. And my question for you today, DJ Payne One, I know you have a lot of your beats online. We wanted to know, what are some good websites for a producer to start uploading their music to build clients?
I mean, I use BeatStars as kind of my center of my online beat licensing business, just because I can upload as many beats as I want and other content too, drum kits. You know, it's pretty much a full featured marketplace now. I don't have to pay per upload or any kind of commission. It's just I pay yearly. Um, but obviously, it doesn't stop there. Every business needs to be marketed, so I'm using that as my e-commerce hub, and I upload to YouTube, I upload to AudioMac, I upload to SoundCloud, I upload to Rap Chat, uh, there are TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. There are just so many different platforms out there for musical discovery, and specifically for recording artists to discover producers' beat catalogs. And I would encourage uh, beat makers and producers to just try all of them out and learn about the communities there, learn about the processes and everything, and see what works. And if you find that uploading to all of them works, then by all means do that. I'm actually going to be doing that today. Every Monday, top of the week, I upload a week's worth of beats to some of these platforms and just kind of schedule them out throughout the week. And you start to see which platforms work really well for you and which ones might not work for you, or which ones you need to learn a little better.
Awesome. Definitely well said there. Thank you so much for that. DJ Payne One, such a pleasure to have you on our judge lineup today. And last but certainly not least, he's the Vice President of A&R over at Motown Capitol Records, Sean Barron. Welcome back to another Coast to Coast Live online show. How you doing, man?
Good. How about you?
Awesome. It's a pleasure to have you, Sean. Thank you for joining us today. My question for you, as an A&R, when you're looking to work with a new artist, are there any specific qualities that really stand out to you?
Yeah, the tone of voice, whether they're good at portraying their story lyrically. You know, some artists just got the natural star appeal when they walk in the room. They draw all attention on them. Yeah, I would say those are the most important three for me.
Awesome. And real quick, Sean, we wanted to know, when you go out to look for new artists, do you target like a specific genre or a specific sound? Like to you personally, I'm talking about. Like, do A&Rs do that, or are they just looking for the next big thing?
I feel like you have different A&Rs, different types of A&Rs. So some are looking for particular things, but me, I'm just looking in general for whatever is going to be, you know, the biggest thing next.
Awesome. Sean Barron, such a pleasure to have you, man. Thank you so much for joining us for our online showcase today. That's our star lineup of judges. We have a great lineup of artists as well. About 11 artists each submitted a song or a video, which we'll watch live alongside all three of those judges. And they will be deciding today whether or not to give each artist a pass or a no pass. The goal for today is for an artist to get at least 2 passes. And if they get 2 passes, that means they're headed to the next round, the Coast to Coast Live World Championship, where they will compete for the $50,000 in grand prizes. All right, so we're going to kick this thing off with the first artist on the lineup today. Up first, we have Fifth. Now, Fifth, we do have you in the chat room. Let me go ahead and bring you on into the main room with me and the other 3 of the judges. All right, so Fifth, you're up first. Can you hear us?
What's going on? Yeah, I can hear you well.
What's going on, brother? Where are you from?
I'm from the Bay Area, Northern California.
Awesome. Representing California. It's a pleasure to have you, man. What is your social media so everyone could go ahead and go check you out?
Yeah, so my Instagram is at official the fifth, all regular spelling, at official the fifth. My Twitter handle is official the number 5 and then TH, so official fifth with the number 5 on Twitter.
Awesome. Now tell us a little bit about your song that you submitted today. It's called Chasing Dreams. This is the official music video. And I just have to throw out there, it's got over 58,000 plays on it already. What is this all about? What are we about to watch here?
Yeah, people have been showing love, man. It's much appreciated. Basically, it's just about overcoming obstacles, you know, against all odds, just going after your dreams, pursuing your goals, and just, you know, going after what you deserve in life, you know.
Awesome. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's take a listen. This is Fifth with Chasing Dreams, his official music video. Let me go ahead and load this up. We'll be right back.
Chasing dreams, man, I'm chasing dreams. Ballin' like I'm trying to make the team. Ballin' like we finna make the league. About to make them believe, this ain't make believe. And I ain't make this up, this shit ain't Maybelline. When you know where you belong, they can't make you leave. I play a cold game like the Maple Leafs. Yeah, and life's a bitch, but we making peace. I got this out the mud, let us not forget. Imagine being pissed without a pot to piss. Not having shit but fucking pocket lint. Wonder how I'm finna pay this money that my partner lent. I put it on the line, had a lot to risk. They said I never make it, I was not convinced. Sun in my arms while I'm listening to Pocket Nip. Man, I used to knock on doors, now they knocking this. Chasing dreams, dodging nightmares. Don't only dream when the night's here. They couldn't see my vision, now it's quite clear. They said I never make it, bitch, I'm right here. Chasing dreams, dodging nightmares. Don't only dream when the night's here. They couldn't see my vision, now it's quite clear. They said I never make it, bitch, I'm right here. Yeah, dream big, told them dream big. Like on some Martin Luther King shit. But really, I've been on some Malcolm mean shit. Naysayers, him talking that don't mean shit. When you nice, they gon' hit you with that mean shit. When they see you making waves, they get seasick. I'm speaking through these bars, they like 3/5. They say I'm the one, but they used to say we was 3/5. I did the math, it's time to even out this playing field. I learned to always bet on me and never take the field. And every song come hard like stainless steel. Never had a blemish on my name and it's stainless steel. This shit get deeper than a Navy SEAL. I'm not content with having dreams, time to make them real. They say good luck will happen when you play with skill. Funny, now this independent artist is a major deal. Chasing dreams, dodging nightmares. Don't only dream when the night's here. They couldn't see my vision, now it's quite clear. They said I never make it, bitch, I'm right here. Chasing dreams, dodging nightmares. Don't only dream when the night's here. They couldn't see my vision, now it's quite clear. They said I never make it, bitch, I'm right here.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was our first artist on the lineup today. That was Fifth with his music video. Let's go right over to our judges. Let's see what they thought about it. We'll start things off. He's the vice president of A&R at Motown Capitol Records. Sean Barron, you'll be up first. What'd you think of Fifth and his music video that he submitted?
I thought it was a good message. I liked it. I don't think it was like your best work, but I think it was solid enough for you to pass. So I'm gonna give you a pass.
Awesome. Thank you for that. Sean Barron giving you your first pass from the judges. Let's go over to the next judge on the lineup. He's an A&R director at Atlantic Records. Knowledge, what did you think of Fifth and his music video that he submitted?
Yeah, I think Sean hit it on the head. I mean, it was a good job on the song, good job on the video. I didn't think the song was crazy, you know what I mean? But it was a nice discovery record. He had some views on it, which shows that after he made the song, there's some promotion behind it. He followed through. So yeah, pass for sure.
Awesome. There you have it from Knowledge, giving you your second pass from the judges. And with that, we'll go over to our last judge on the lineup. He's a platinum producer, DJ Payne 1. What'd you think of Fifth and his video?
Yeah, that was the term I was searching for, discovery record. It doesn't matter if I pass him or not, but just for the record, I definitely would have passed him.
Awesome. Thank you for that. DJ Payne 1 and Fifth being our first artist today. Big congrats. Got yourself 3 passes, which means you're heading to the next round. That's the Coast to Coast Live World Championship. Big congrats once again, Fifth. We'll see you in the next round. Great way to start off the show, everybody. So, all right, we're going to go ahead and move on now to the next artist on the lineup. We have Loud Lou. Loud Lou. Now, we do have you in the chat room. Let me go ahead and bring you on into the main room with me and the other 3 of the judges. All right, Loud Lou, can you hear us? What's up, Loud Lou? Now, you are tilted. Go ahead, tilt your camera so we can see you straight real quick. What's going on, man? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Awesome, brother. What's up? Where are you from?
Minnesota.
Representing Minnesota. It's a pleasure to have you. And what is your social media so everyone could go ahead and go check you out?
I only got a Facebook and Instagram. Facebook is Loud Lou, and then my Instagram is Loud Lou 420.
Awesome. And it's a pleasure to have you once again. Tell us a little bit about your video or your song that you submitted today. What is this all about? What are we about to listen to?
This is just a quick little something I dropped. Nothing spectacular. I do music for fun. Like I enjoy it.
Awesome. Well, we definitely love confidence here. So let's go ahead. Let's take a listen at Loud Lou, his song Repeat. Let me go ahead and load this up. We'll be right back.
My diamonds hitting hard while your diamonds hitting weak. She twerking to my song, I put it on repeat. I pour a full drink and a simply iced tea. It ain't my fault that your bitch really like me. All these niggas mimicking, they wanna be like me. All these niggas penning, pinching, they need to get some cheese. I'm plotting on that Bentley, I can't take no time to sleep. The last nigga that slept on me, then wake up out of sleep. If you play with fire, you gon' get burned. I'm pressing niggas, I'm big worm. No, I'm big Lou, I got big Lou. Tax a dollar, I be taxing too. You need the package fool, I rap a fool. I ain't no rapper fool, I'm a trapper fool. My big booty bitch said she in the mood. I just bought her a drink, but I ain't finna snooze. I got a lot of handguns, which one I'm finna choose? I'm the leader of the mob, I could blow the fuse. Have you ever went to Nordstrom's, bought some Donna shoes? All this dirty money got me clean as hell. I just sold 1,000 grams and I ain't use a scale. This ice around my neck got me cold as hell. You wanna get some money, better listen up. Fuck these punk ass niggas, get your hustle up. 420 Mafia, nigga. Mob, my diamonds hitting hard while your diamonds hitting weak. She twerking to my song, I put it on repeat. I pour a full drink and a simply iced tea. It ain't my fault that your bitch really like me. All these niggas mimicking, they wanna be like me. All these niggas penning, pinching, they need to get some cheese. I'm plotting on that Bentley, I can't take no time to sleep. The last nigga that slept on me, then wake up out of sleep. If you play with fire, you gon' get burned. I'm pressing niggas, I'm big worm. No, I'm big Lou, I got big Lou. Tax a dollar, I be taxing too. You need the package fool, I rap a fool. I ain't no rapper fool, I'm a trapper fool. My big booty bitch said she in the mood. I just bought her a drink, but I ain't finna snooze. I got a lot of handguns, which one I'm finna choose? I'm the leader of the mob, I could blow the fuse. Have you ever went to Nordstrom's, bought some Donna shoes? All this dirty money got me clean as hell. I just sold 1,000 grams and I ain't use a scale. This ice around my neck got me cold as hell. You wanna get some money, better listen up. Fuck these punk ass niggas, get your hustle up. 420 Mafia, nigga.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Loud Lou with his song that he submitted for us today. Let's go over to our judges. Let's see what they thought. We'll start things off. He's an A&R director at Atlantic Records. Knowledge, let's start off with you. What do you think of Loud Lou and his song that he submitted?
I mean, I thought the song was okay. I think he has some talent, but I felt like lyrically, it was kind of lazy. Like he didn't really put his best foot forward creatively when he was, talking, when he was dropping his shit. I mean, in the beat of it was all right. You know what I mean? I didn't love the record. I think he could have just definitely came harder. So for me, it'd be a no pass.
All right, thank you for that. Knowledge, no pass, unfortunately, from our first judge on the lineup. Let's go over to the next judge on the lineup. He's a platinum producer, DJ Payne 1. You're up next. What do you think of Loud Lou and his song that he submitted?
I mean, I thought the elements came together well. I thought it was a good beat selection. I thought it complemented the energy of his delivery well. But I mean, like he said at the beginning of his intro, he didn't really try that hard. So I'm gonna have to go with knowledge and say no pass.
No pass, unfortunately, from our second judge on the lineup. With that, let's go over to our last judge. Let's get his thoughts on this. He's the vice president of A&R at Motown Capitol Records, Sean Barron. What'd you think of Loud Lou and his song that he submitted?
Yeah, I mean, I just want to hear less auto-tune on there. I like that you, like, from the Midwest, you got like that Detroit bounce to it, but it's a little bit less auto-tune on there, and just think about your lyrics a little bit more. So, I mean, it really don't matter what I say anyway, so
All right.
no pass, though.
Thank you for that, Sean Barron. No pass, unfortunately, from our three judges, Loud Lou. But check your email after this event. You're going to get some written feedback from all three of the judges. Thanks again for joining us. We hope to see you again on a future showcase. And next up on the lineup, we have Mr. Word. Mr. Word, now we don't have you inside the chat room, but we do have your song that you submitted for us today. It's called Making Smoothies. Let me go ahead and load this up. We'll be right back.
Child can't have no smoothie. It's smoothie time.
7 billion views and we still never knew you. Depart from us, you workers of iniquity. Questions have answers. Satan runs the world, silly pros. And is hereby dethroned. I'll make it smooth. Figured out his subliminal, oh he think he a criminal, so I whispered in her ear, fear of God is a minimum. If the price is right, you can get you an interview. Heard what you said, adjustment is critical. Called 9 bodies, I'ma give you a different view. Where the hell did he go? And why did he leave? We need more comfort, no more misery. Build or get built, a whole different league. No ordinary love, purge accordingly. Red wrong, red wrong. Let me save these problems, please. I'll make it smooth. Indestructible, real right veteran, 5-star God, Mr. Word is better than. Pretty Tony World keeps gangsters impressed. Stand up, gangsters show strangers, we really the best. Rest of y'all do as y'all will. Ha ha ha, you only mocking yourself. Keep your fake drinks, you'll come around. I made this liquor myself. Hey, Motown, yes, my son. Sing your son to my style. Think I'm playing with I'm richer than Satan, and ain't no money in hell. Nobody, real beefers with Colombians revenge their daughters. Pray to y'all every day, money is the slaughter. If she forgive me for this money, I'ma marry the hottie. Red wrong, red wrong. Let me save these problems, please. I'll make it smooth.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Mr. Word with his song that he submitted for us today. Now, we do have him in the chat. Let me go ahead and bring him on in real quick just so he could introduce himself before we go over to the judges. Mr. Word, can you hear us? We'll try this one more time. Mr. Word, can you hear us?
Loud and clear.
Hey, man, how's it going?
Hold up. Where my camera at? Hold up.
Okay, we got you now.
Start my video.
Go ahead and start right there. Awesome, man. We got you now. Give us your social media so everyone can go ahead and go check you out.
Mr. WXRD on all social medias.
Awesome. Now, we just heard your song. Give us a little insight. What is that song about?
It's a very personal song. You know, so I had to put all the pain in there. I wanted the pain to come out on the record. You understand? So I'll be explaining it further as it aims theme.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, cool. Well, Mr. Word, we just heard your song. Let me throw it over to the judges. Let's see what they thought about it. We'll start things off. He's a platinum producer. DJ Payne One, we'll start off with you. What do you think of Mr. Word and his song that he submitted?
I guess initially I was listening to it as something that was meant to be ironic, and so I was just saying step up the quality if that's what you're trying to do. But now that I know it's a serious song, I think this artist needs to have a serious talk with himself about what his aesthetic is and what his process is. Because when you're literally screaming at the top of your lungs into a mic and it's clipping, it's a terrible sound. I mean, it was horrible to listen to at that moment. So what are you trying to do? It's hard for me to give advice because you're at this really difficult stage in your musical journey where you just need to understand at a very basic level what sounds good and what sounds not good. And, you know, screaming into a mic that's already clipping and distorting is just not good. So I guess start there, but maybe be open to harsh criticisms. Otherwise, you know, it's going to be hard to exit that stage and get to the next stage. I mean, I'm not saying you don't have talent. You do. And there were moments where I was like, God, I wish the quality and the overall care and effort were just elevated a little. But, you know, just really be open to getting real, authentic, honest feedback at every level of your creative process.
Awesome. And DJ Payne One, just to confirm that, is that a pass or a no pass from you?
Yeah, my bad. No pass.
All right. No pass from our first judge on the lineup. Let's go over to the next judge. Let's get his thoughts on this. He's the vice president of A&R at Motown Capitol Records, SHAWN. BARRON. What do you think of Mr. Word and his song that he submitted?
Just in the beginning of his career, he's still trying to figure it out. It needs a whole lot of work, whole lot. So I would just go back to the drawing board and, you know, just keep recording, keep getting better. You know, recording is like going to basketball practice every day. So just keep practicing. That's all I can tell you.
Awesome. And just to confirm, Sean, that's a no pass from you?
Oh, yeah, it's definitely a no pass.
No pass, unfortunately, from our second judge on the lineup. With that, let's go over to the last judge. Let's get his thoughts on this. He's an A&R director at Atlantic Records. Knowledge, what do you think of Mr. Word and his song that he submitted?
Yeah, I agree with both judges. No pass.
All right, there you have it. From all three of the judges, no pass, unfortunately, today, Mr. Word. But check your email after this event. You're going to get some written feedback from all three of the judges. Thanks again for joining us. We hope to see you again on a future showcase. And next up on the lineup, we have Andre Phoenix. Andre Phoenix, you're not in the chat room, but we do have your song ready to go. It's called Streaming Era. Let me go ahead and load this up. We'll be right back.
Streaming. streaming era. I said I woke up as a K-I-N-G. People love to hate because these wonderful dreams that I have steadily resenting me. I know they want to screw and me, but can't get in me. Steadily threatening me. Why do they love tragedy and act like they're victims? Why do they always do this? Maybe it's a thing that's just a part of the streaming era. Streaming era. Streaming era. Streaming era. Streaming. Alex told me yesterday I'm crazy. I think it's okay to say that I'm crazy. Baby's mother said she wants another baby. And if we're getting out our dreams and think we're insane. No, I'm not regular. I can't do regular. No more acting regular. Cause I am a regular. You're done walking over us. You're done talking over us. You're done fucking over us. I can't take no more. Ain't no more letting up. Why am I letting up? Why should I let him up? These crackers been killing us. These crackers been dogging us. These crackers been torturing us. We're fighting camps instead of spilling us. Yeah, but we're lost in the streaming era. Streaming era. In the streaming era.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Andre Phoenix with his song that he submitted for us today. Let's go over to our judges. Let's get their thoughts on this. We'll start things off. He's the vice president of A&R at Motown Capitol Records, Sean Barron. What did you think of Andre Phoenix and his song that he submitted?
Same as the last guy. No pass. Just in the beginning, trying to figure it out. I seen the title of the song, but I didn't understand what the message was. So you just gotta make it all make sense.
All right, there you have it from Sean Barron. No pass, unfortunately, from our first judge on the lineup. Let's go over to the next judge. He's an A&R director at Atlantic Records Knowledge. What'd you think of Andre Phoenix and his song that he submitted?
Yeah, same here. I'll say no pass. I like the creativity going out on the limb, you know what I mean, and trying something different, but just the execution of it wasn't there. Vocally, it was just screaming into the mic. So, I think the message of the song got lost at times.
For sure. Thank you for that. Knowledge. No pass from our second judge on the lineup. With that, let's go over to our last judge on the lineup. He's a platinum producer. DJ Payne 1, what were your thoughts of Andre Phoenix and his song that he submitted?
Yeah, I appreciated the creativity and I appreciated the kind of playful approach, kind of playful, satirical elements to the track. But as a general rule, if the song is literally hurting people's ears because you're screaming and it's clipping and it's distorting, don't put it out.
Definitely well said there. Thank you for that, DJ Payne 1. And with that, all of our judges, no pass, unfortunately, today, Andre. But check your email after this event. You're going to get some written feedback from all three of the judges. Thanks again for joining us. That was Andre Phoenix, everybody. All right, guys, up next on the lineup, we have Nate Sounds. Nate Sounds. Now, we do have your song ready to go here. It's called 202, The Worst Year Ever. All right, so let's go ahead and load this up. We'll be right back.
Most people will tell you that 2020 was the worst year ever. But the thing that happened in 2020 was, it was really a year of clarity. In 2020 vision. You understand, as a light gets brighter, as people focus more, technology is leveraged, disadvantage, we have something like when you turn a bright on in a dirty room or something, you notice the dirt more, and that's all we got now. Same shit, we just can see it more now.
It's time to clean up. Yo, if you think I'm losing momentum because I'm on a constant non-stop go get 'em, because I can bend up and down the columns and the rows and on the flows, I'm eating beats and flows and spinning them, line to linebackers, hitting them like linebackers smash quarterbacks and a touchback. I'm a vigilante on a mission, and when I'm pinned, when I watch me touch that smoke, calls rule written, I'm raising the volumes of abstractions in the cubes like a motherfucking tesseract in the sentence of acute angle of approach and obtuse to the friction, yeah, ditch to the fiction, a force source from origin, of course, I plan to intercourse the game with no remorse. Yeah, do you realize I'm saying I'm fucking resourceful? I don't even try to force fools, peristaltic contractions from the front and bottom action. Yeah, I got that peach pushing out a toadstool. What the fuck? Yeah, did I just mention? Yeah, next level, the sixth dimension. Nuclear fission, the seed division. Following in footsteps of the Brahmahansa's Yogananda premonitions. I'm drawing cross-legged mandalas, awkward positions. I don't know if the game is ready for this kind of game, but hear me say inside my split mind, I don't think they can handle us. Corpus colossum, awesome, you're dreaming, please.
Most people will tell you that 2020 was the worst year ever. But the thing that happened in 2020 was, it was really a year of clarity. 2020 vision.
Okay, everyone, so that was Nate Sounds with his song that he submitted for us today. Let's go over to our judges. Let's see what they thought. We'll start things off. He's an A&R director at Atlantic Records. Knowledge, let's start off with you. What'd you think of Nate Sounds and his song that he submitted?
Yeah, I didn't think that was very good. It felt like a long freestyle that wasn't on point. No pass for me.
All right, no pass from our first judge on the lineup. Let's go over to the next judge. He's a platinum producer, DJ Pain 1. What'd you think of Nate Sounds and his song that he submitted?
Yeah, I mean, it sounded like he had a lot to say. And with music, especially rap music, the goal is effectively communicating a message. And if your delivery isn't appealing, then that message is not delivered. And with this, it was all over the place. It was extremely chaotic. It was not on beat. You have to feel what you're doing as you're doing it. And as a listener, I can hear him trying to figure out the beat as he's delivering his lyrics. And that's not a good place to be. There were times when he was rushing to compensate and catch up. There were times when he was slowing down to compensate and catch up. There were times when he just sounded unsure of what he was saying. So if you're at this stage, cool, but understand that the goal is to deliver your content in a way that people receive it. And because it's music, because it's not a pamphlet, because it's not an essay, it has to be musical. So if your musicality is low, which it is now, then that's something that needs to be improved. So no pass.
All right, thank you for that. DJ Pain 1, no pass from our first two judges. Let's go over to our last judge. Let's see what he thought about it. He's the vice president of A&R at Motown Capitol Records, Sean Barron. What'd you think of Nate Sounds and his song that he submitted?
Same as the last two. You know, I don't even need to say anything else, but it's no pass.
All right, there you have it from Sean Barron. No pass, unfortunately, from the three judges today. Nate, check your email after this event. You're going to get some written feedback from all three of the judges. Thanks again for joining us. That was Nate Sounds, everybody. All right, guys, up next on the lineup, looks like we have Swavey Jones. Swavey Jones, now we do have you in the chat room. Let me bring you on into the main room with me and the other three of the judges. All right, so Swavey Jones, can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
What's going on, man? Where are you from?
I'm from Lackawanna. It's like a city in New York. Well, not like, it's in the state of New York. That's what I'm saying.
Awesome. It's a pleasure to have you, man. Thank you so much for joining us today. What is your social media so everyone can go ahead and go check you out?
My Instagram is Swavey Jones 25, SWAVEY Jones 25, all lowercase, no spaces. My Facebook is DeAndre Jones, D apostrophe capital A NDRE then Jones. Then my Snapchat is future _ Jones 25. So yeah.
All right, dope. Now tell us a little bit about your song called Game Time. I see it's got over 5,000 plays. What is this all about? What are we about to listen to?
It's about, I wrote about a female I had feelings for. She was playing hard to get. So I don't know. It just made me like start writing about it for some reason, because it really, I don't know, my feelings for her just really, it made me do something that I don't usually do, I guess. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to think. I said most of my lyrics in the song how I really felt. So that should help.
All right, cool. Let's go ahead. Let's take a listen. This is Swavey Jones with Game Time. Let me go ahead and load up his video. We'll be right back.
How many shots did that ball drop? I said, where my dime at? I need a shorty that's gonna hold me down in that. I can't hold on back, yeah. I just want love, is that too much to ask for? Just need a shorty to match my energy. Let's Netflix your vids and go on what they call a date. Every time they see you, that's gonna be like, that's what they call bait. Little baby, I just wanna show you off. Little baby, I provide no matter the cost. Little baby, I only focus on you, not these bras. Little baby, want you all to myself. I can't see you with somebody else. I need a girl that's gonna have me change my ways, because these other females can't do the same. Love been on my mind, baby. Love been on my mind, heavy. I ain't begging for nobody, but I want somebody. Can't stop searching now, because life can come to an end. Death is like an unexpected friend. I don't plan to die alone, so come on, baby girl, give me your hand to hold on. Let's make a plan for the rest of our life. Pray to God that he hold us tight. Whistle blows, clock's ticking, time flies, game time. Who gon' show me different before I feel like it's over? It's a 7-letter word, not turn over. It's loyalty, can bounce in somebody else's hands. No matter how tough it get, we just gotta stick with the game plan. It's gonna be good and bad games, but hopefully stay with me and we can make a baby, but that's in the future. Now I'm looking to build with just us two. Then we gon' have that little junior. Let's go for a car ride. I'ma be Ziggy right on my passenger side. Listening to slow jams. Or we catch a vibe inside. Get you close right next to me. And my arms tight and I'm never letting go. I always have a person to hold. Long as I'm with you, I got you to get it into. No pun intended, yeah. She young and not ready for all of that. So let's take it slow like Hawaii on this comeback. Let's chat it up. I'm trying to get to know much. Like, what's your favorite color, favorite spot on the map? Go keep that smile on your face like Mary seeing Jesus Christ on his third day. Why she think it's a game? She ain't no joystick. Leave that system in my bedroom, you nothing to play with. I'ma treat you right like a man should. For his wife, I'm past my face and trying to give Yorty my last name one day. Trying to show Shorty me and her last not the same. Yeah, so we ain't shit, but I only speak for myself, for me to be. Time don't even need a tip. Let's make a plan for the rest of our life. Pray to God that he hold us tight. Whistle blows, clock's ticking, time flies, game time. Just thought about something to scribble, which is her. I need to get her, she beautiful, wonder in my arms to hold. I need to get her, I'm so confused, I wanna give up, but I only want you. I need to get her, I need to move before I see her with another man. I know what to do, I'm gonna get her, with no doubt. Gon' lock that down and we just gon' play it out. She short, she fine, that girl though, that's what I've been shooting for, the prettiest female. I done never saw us like what's gon' take to get her. but I'm doing alright. Damn, there's nothing man in her sight. I don't cap rap, I really don't rap at all, but I'ma keep it a Billy with you so you can't say I ain't keep it real at all. Just wanna get the ball in my hands, tryna be more than that player on the bench. That smile, so innocent, she unique, could never have a replacement. Yeah, like my man Smalley said, if it's a crime to spit my mind, I would do the time. Well, it's great, it's not, and I'ma sum it up for you and say I'm tryna be more than a friend. Make a plan for the rest of our life. Pray to God that he hold us tight. Whistle blows, clock's ticking, time flies. Game time, game time.
All right, everyone, so that was Swavy Jones with his song and his video that he submitted for us today. Let's go over to the judges. Let's get their thoughts on this. We'll start things off. He's a platinum producer. DJ Pain One, we'll start off with you. What were your thoughts of Swavy Jones and his video that he submitted?
The quality of the audio and the video were really high. I really like how the person who directed it. In terms of the song, there's just a lot of space for improvement. I like the beat. The delivery had no dynamic. It was really monotonous. And it back to the base of the art of rap. It has all of the same conventions as other music and poetry as well. Meter, rhyme scheme, but then you have the added performance element, so delivery, all of that. So there were a lot of times when he was rushing and trying to fit more words into a line, and then at the end of the line there was silence, and that happened a lot. And that shows that there's a problem with his meter. So he's not writing with meter in mind or with bars in mind. So I would say start there, and then really, become a good writer who's writing for the purpose of delivering these lyrics over a beat in an appealing way that does make sense. And then just kind of go from there and, work on dynamics next, or work on more complex rhymes next, or work on figurative language next, all of that. Because it's methodical, it's an art. Everyone has to learn art, the conventions of art. When you're a painter, you got to learn shading and all these different incremental steps to becoming, a great painter. Rap is the same. So right now, no pass, but who knows with a certain level of focus and dedication where he can go.
Awesome. Thank you for that, DJ Pain One. No pass, unfortunately, from our first judge on the lineup. Let's go over to the next judge. He's the vice president of A&R at Motown Capitol Records. Sean Barron, what do you think of Swavy Jones and his song that he submitted?
First of all, when you say you from Lackawanna, just say you from Buffalo, because that's where you from. I liked where he wanted to go, but it just came off a little bit boring to me. So you want to do something to like make your voice more dynamic, just so like people are like drawn in more to it. But with all that said, I'm gonna give him a pass because I liked what he was trying to do. I seen like the vision of it.
Awesome.
So and I'm from Buffalo, and he from Lackawanna. It's right over the bridge. So you're giving him a pass.
Awesome. Thank you for that. Sean Barron giving you your first pass from the judges. So for the first time today, we do have a tie, 1 pass and 1 no pass, which means it's all up to our last judge on the lineup. He's an A&R director at Atlantic Records. Knowledge, it's all up to you. What were your thoughts of Swavy Jones and his song that he submitted?
So yeah, I mean, like Sean, I understand the vision of what he was trying to do. I like the idea of it, and the message of it. When it came on, it felt really good. But then to touch on what Pain One was saying, it was very monotonous. So like throughout the record, whether it was the hook, verse, whatever, you were using the same voice. You know what I mean? Your voice never went up. It never got excited. It never, you know what I mean? So it was hard to even point out the hook at points because there was no like, you know, usually you build up to the hook and then when the hook comes in, the beat drops or something to where, and then your voice goes up, it's a little more energetic or things like that. So that's what they're saying when they talk about your voice being more dynamic. It was just the same voice used throughout the whole record, which then at that point, it does make the record, it does make it very boring. And then the record was just a little too long as well. You know what I mean? So that added to it being boring. So I would say, like, I love the idea. I definitely saw where you were going. The execution just wasn't all the way there. So for me, I can't give it a pass right now.
All right, thank you for that. Knowledge, no pass, unfortunately, for today, Swavey Jones. But check your email after this event. You're going to get some written feedback from all three of the judges. Thanks again for joining us. That was Swavey Jones, everybody. All right, guys, up next on the lineup, we have Fifth Shang. Fifth Shang. Now, we do have your song ready to go here. It's called You Dig. Let me go and load this up. We'll be right back.
We forget how true that motherfucking mic is. Fuck a bill with no title, you did. It's a wave, it's a title, you did. Get up. It's a wave, it's a title, you did. You did. Whole lot of eat this shit. It's a wave, it's a title, you did. Alright. Fuck a bill with no title, you did. Just a wave, it's a title, you did. Two tsunamis, the way that we sliding. Got my drip out on title, you did. New whip, new title, you did. New bitch, no title, you did. New fifth, new rival, you did. You did, you did. Fuck a bill with no title, you did. Just a wave, it's a title, you did. Two tsunamis, the way that we sliding. Got my drip out on title, you did. New whip, new title, you did. New bitch, no title, you did. New fifth, new rifle, you did. You did, you did. They ain't play with the kids since I was a kid. Play with sticks like a nigga a kid. Magic tricks when I fuck on a bitch. Disappear, appear on the list. Smoking out while I pull up and load up the seat. Keep it 3 man, a nigga don't trust nothing. Only giving my love to my kids. If you get in the way, I'ma bust some. Hit the 3 to the sky, I make glass some. You just looking for bands, I'ma touch some. Reinvest in the rest, gotta stash one. Man, the life that I live is a fast one. I thank God that my bitch is a bad one. You know I thank God when the bag come. Why you mad, get a bag and go count some. Do the dad, fuck a bitch, knock a lash off. Smoke the gas to the face, I don't pass off. But she ain't got the game and I'm watching. Gambino won't go in the pocket. Jacko taking off, I'm a lounging. Gorilla and go out, we rockin'. Touchdown, see we up now. Now they wanna be us now. None of the hoes wanna bust down. All because they see a bust down. Fuck a bill with no title, you did. Just a wave, it's a title, you did. Two tsunamis, the way that we sliding. Got my drip out on title, you did.
Hey, can I get a 10-piece of that you did, please?
With a side of honey sauce on that motherfucker.
You did.
New whip, new title, you did. New bitch, no title, you did. New fifth, new rival, you did. You did, you did. Fuck a bill with no title, you did. Just a wave, it's a title, you did. Two tsunamis, the way that we slide. Got my drip out on title, you did. New whip, new title, you did. New bitch, no title, you did. New fifth, new rifle, you did. You did, you did.
If you dig it, it's only cause a nigga dug it, fell in love with money. Never could swear I fell in love with thumbing through 20s. Them green ones really love them honey. In the race to that money. Tortoise and Harry, new races, replace all the bullshit with calm. Might go swipe something nice, they could roll with the dice, gamble life. Hang with killers, my apes in the jungle. Tell them get them, I got them, it's 300 ties. Up the field, but the shanking is done. You did. Told them follow the drip, never slip. Mama said, boy, you song. You did. Raised a Christian, put lube on my feet just to walk 1500. You did. Circle quick out the cut, never lack on the back, and we gunning.
Fuck a bit with no tighter, you did. This a wave, it's a tighter, you did. Two tsunamis, the way that we slide it. Got my drip out on tighter, you did. New whip, new tighter, you did. New bitch, no tighter, you did. New fifth, new rival, you did. You did, you did.
I'ma eat 3 vet and I'm shoot for 3 bucks and get back. Spit a rest from gas and ain't even mad, I'ma get it right back.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Fifth Shang with his song and his video that he submitted for us today. Let's go over to our judges. Let's see what they thought. We'll start things off. He's the vice president of A&R at Motown Capitol Records, SHAWN. BARRON, you'll be up first. What do you think of Fifth Shang and his video that he submitted?
I liked him a lot. I thought the song was good. I thought the video was shot well. He just had all the elements to take him to the next level if he keeps doing that consistently. So it's a pass for me.
Awesome. Giving you your first pass. Thank you for that, SHAWN. BARRON. And with that, we'll go over to our next judge on the lineup. He's an A&R director at Atlantic Records. Knowledge, what were your thoughts of Fifth Shang and his song that he submitted?
Yeah, same here. I mean, I thought they did a good job with the song. Did a good job with the video. I thought the dude came on second. He had a really dope voice that stood out. They showed the understanding of the structure, hook, verse, repetitive hook for catching this. I think they did a good job so fast.
Awesome. Thank you for that knowledge. And with that, we'll go over to our last judge on the lineup. He's a platinum producer, DJ Pain 1. What do you think of Fifth Shang and his video?
My vote doesn't matter, but I definitely would have passed. And yeah, to echo what Knowledge was saying, that what Jacko is the name of the feature. I would like to hear solo music from him as well, because his voice was unique. So I could see him, separately from the artist that was the one who submitted the track, who's talented. I can see him making an impact too. So hopefully the two of them make solo music, but also continue collaborating, because they got a lot of potential together.
Awesome. Thank you for that. DJ Pain 1. Well, you heard it from all three of the judges. Fifth Shang, big congrats. You're the next artist today to head to the Coast to Coast Live World Championship round. We'll see you live on the next round for the championship. And up next on the lineup, we have Magic. Now, Magic, we do have your song ready to go here. It's called Dark Road, the official music video. Let me go ahead and load this up. We'll be right back.
You should drive slow, should I? Yeah, I think so. On a dark road I go. No time for the angels. My place is here where the dark glows like no tomorrow. No sunshine to borrow. It's not like there's anyone home. It's not like I'm not always alone. It's not like I'm not cold and I can't show love, cause I can't open up and it fucking sucks. Well, guess what? We don't give a fuck. Of course you don't. Not until I slit my throat, or maybe overdose so you can feel how I felt when my heart broke. No, that's selfish. Sounds like you're helpless. Sounds like you're tempted to end it. This is why you get so defensive. Why you head for defenses anytime I ask you a fucking question. But you're so relentless in everything you do. This is why you make it through. This is why you drop stacks on your crew. This is why they make jewels all in blue. Because you're blue, I guess it's true. Guess my pain is proof. I guess what I do is just not enough for you. I guess this world is not enough for us, so we're through.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Magic with his music video that he submitted for us today. Let's go over to our judges. Let's see what they thought about it. We'll start things off. He's an A&R director at Atlantic Records. Knowledge, let's start off with you. What'd you think of Magic and his video that he submitted?
I think he did a really good job. Very well put together. Give him a pass.
Awesome. Thank you for that. Knowledge, giving you your first pass from the judges. Let's go to the next judge. He's a platinum producer, DJ Pain 1. What'd you think of Magic and his song that he submitted?
I wasn't really a fan of the song, but if that was him on the hook, he has a ton of potential. I mean, I was a fan of the energy behind the song, and I think it would translate well to a stage. I just thought the rhymes were a little too simple for the level of emotion he was trying to convey, but this is just my opinion. I think if that's him on the hook, I would like to see him go in that direction and cultivate, some more singing talent, work on his range, work on harmony. Okay, so it is him on the hook. Yeah, and I think he has a ton of potential going in that direction, musically speaking, because he has a nice tone. He has a good concept of melody. I thought that was a strong melody. If he had taken it a couple steps further and added a little more vocal production, some harmonies, I would have been blown away. So I'm going to give him a pass because I think he has a lot of talent.
Awesome. Thank you for that. DJ Pain 1, and with that, we'll go over to our last judge on the lineup. He's the vice president of A&R at Motown Capitol Records, SHAWN BARRON. What were your thoughts of Magic and his song that he submitted?
It wasn't my favorite song, but it wasn't terrible either. I did like his voice on the hook. I thought the rapping could be way better, so just improve on that end. But I'll give him a pass.
Awesome. Thank you for that. SHAWN BARRON. Well, you heard it from all three of the judges today, Magic. Big congrats. You're the next artist today to head to the Coast to Coast Live World Championship in the next round. Big congrats once again. That was Magic, everybody. All right, guys. Up next on the lineup, we have Duo Santi. I think that's how you pronounce that. Let me bring you on in. I want to make sure I pronounce that correctly. All right, so Duo, can you hear us? What's going on, Duo? Can you hear us?
Yes.
Awesome, man. All right, so how do you pronounce it? How do you pronounce your name?
Duo Santi.
Duo Santi. Okay, it's a pleasure to have you, man. Thank you so much for joining us today. What is your... Well, first off, where are you from?
Scarborough, Ontario.
Awesome. It's a pleasure to have you. And what's your social media so everyone could go ahead and go check you out?
I have Snapchat, I have Instagram, and I have TikTok. So you can follow me on TikTok at Sancti25, SANCTI25. Instagram is DUOSANCTI, Duo Sancti. And my Snapchat is my name, MARKIE, MARK. So Marky Mark.
All right. So tell us a little bit about your song that you submitted today, Funky Junk. What is this all about? What are we about to watch here?
Funky Junk is just going crazy. It's off an album that I have. It was me just vibing. It was kind of me trying to find my place musically, trying to find my sound, trying to find who I am. And it's just a small sliver of who I actually am. This is just a small sliver of my wordplay, of what I can do lyrically, of what I can make with my sound and my beats and what I can provide.
All right, awesome. So let's go. Let's take a listen. Duo Sancti with his song Funky Junk. Let me load this up. We'll be right back.
Cooler than cold, king. Your freezer than terror your home, right? Believe it, I'll tear up the globe. Holding two waist the fuckers a foe. Fight, I'm kicking up cheese in your soul. Cheesing just at the thought of that bitch. I'ma with you with saving the auto rap, automaps, all of that. Fuck on your ex, I'ma fuck up these O's. Only speak gold, you settle for silver, that's alliteration. Stars on the low, also you're mad impatient. Also more pain and slow up your payment. Wanna run up, I'ma show you the pavement. Say, who be the shawty you lay with? Nigga, ain't none of your business, I'm shaded. Stated, got 50 stars, San Andreas. Whipping the rhino around corners, I'm blowing up lawyers and officers, lawless and cold in my bones. Bone with a passion that you'll never know. You born like fashion and not a time, so I'll wrap you in plastic, cross in the Atlantic. That static, get snapped and get snacked on by tragedies. Whales that believe in feces, you mad at me? Casualties waiting the line, I got smoke. Go toe to toe with a bomb, my choppers in colors, you talk up your head. Goddamn wrong, motherfucker, vex, got your chest, stop, fix that shit for you. Even trying chest box, check mark, yes, 25 in my inbox. My hot shit, my God, no I'm blessed. Bed, no stress, hit the next link, tether quick, what's in SD, 9G, mass tactic. Petty niggas trying to press a nigga. Sketchy movies don't address a nigga. Dress for movies when we sentence, then it's back to Gucci, Louis, with my Fetty nigga. Who the stupid, truly plan to Julia, oozing, pack a Thule, tightly next to Thule, Hui. Born flu clean open just for walking to me. Hope you see this music, don't you dare speak loosely, nigga. Unruly manner, how I go about it. He can keep up with me, yeah, I kinda doubt it. Left you feeling Whitney, have you seen Stevie? It's no wonder really, but I call it count it. Tally marks down your brain, there's rallies. Off the rails, have me thrown in county. Got homies doing sales and money thick. Finna cut some ties, bitch, I'm on a trip. Right now, Donna smoking, that's pipe pals. iPhone broken, but my trying power. Beam neutral, be so pipe down, bitch, right now. Fly a kite, kinda going silent. Hear a rain, then you hearing sirens. Trying to warn you sooner, but you're busy crying. Tired of trying like bye. Came into it what it came to make. Slight limbs slick, still flipping pink. Give a bird the bird, watch a birdie sing. Jinx think they sick, this legit speak. Hey, tone 5, this for y'all. Art class, so you know the vibe go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Duo Sancti with his song and his video that he submitted for us today. Let's go over to our judges. Let's see what they thought. We'll start things off. He's the Vice President of A&R at Motown Capitol Records, Sean Barron. What were your thoughts of Duo Sancti and his song that he submitted?
I thought the video was shot well, and I liked the beat. But in terms of the song, I didn't love it at all. I was just kind of confused by it, actually. I'm like on the fence about this one. I'm gonna give him a pass because he shot it well. But music-wise, you gotta step it up a couple levels.
Awesome. Thank you for that. Sean Barron giving you your first pass from the judges. Let's go over to the next judge on the lineup. He's an A&R director at Atlantic Records, Knowledge. What were your thoughts of Duo Sancti and his song that he submitted?
Yeah, it was something I was on the fence on as well. I think that he did do a good job with the video. It was well shot. I like the creativity of the video, but also just of the song itself. You know what I mean? The beat selection. I definitely like the creativity and the originality of trying to do something that was him and not necessarily based off of another artist or the current popular sound. I didn't love the record, but based on everything else, I'm going to give it a pass.
All right, there you have it. From Knowledge, giving you your second pass from the judges. Let's go over to the last judge. He's a platinum producer, DJ Payne 1. What do you think of Duo Sancti and his song that he submitted?
Yeah, I agree with both judges. I would have passed him. I just feel like he has a lot of talent and he has a lot to say, and it's just a matter of refining it all and making it clearer, you know, really communicating, because I could hear the lines, but I had to work really hard to hear them. And so, and I don't believe there was a hook. So the structure of the song was all over the place, which is fine if it's intentional. It didn't feel intentional. It felt really stream of consciousness, which is not always the best way to catch a first-time listener. So I think given his base of talent, I think he just needs to work on the more, not to say that he needs to neuter his aesthetic and make himself, more traditional sounding, but just learn the form and then break the form, but make it intentional.
Awesome. Thank you for that. DJ Pain 1, Duo Sancti. Big congrats. You're the next artist today, headed to the Coast to Coast Live World Championship in the next round. Big congrats once again. We'll see you live in the next round for the Coast to Coast Live World Championship. All right, guys, next up on the lineup, we have Dims. Let me go ahead and pull up your song here. All right, so Dims, you submitted your song. Let me go ahead and load this up, and we'll be right back.
Yo, qui a le flow, qui a les mots, qui a la technique, qui a la technique. Attaque de technique et texte de niquer. Tu n'as pas le lexique, n'essaie pas de répliquer. Tu vas couler dans le milieu comme il y en a des milliers qui rappellent vers le million. Jouer les fauves n'est pas mignon, mais tu n'es qu'à 2 millions. T'es pas le débat viral, fatal. Et t'as l'imam qui braille, qui ta. J'élimine les mythos, illumine les micros. Extermine comme mon intro, explosif comme les mines. Oula, nitro. J'vous parle pas, j'rendec à la part. Garantie sur facture, tu vas sentir les fractures. Du poison dans ma morsure, comme une morsure. C'est vite sur beat, supplice de la mort subite. J'ai pas le time pour les suspics. Tout commencement a une fin, tout a une mémoire. Chaque humain a le reflet de son propre miroir. C'est soit tu gagnes, soit tu perds, soit tu vis, soit tu meurs, soit tu résistes, soit tu plies, soit tu tombes, soit tu te maintiens, soit tu sombres ou soit t'avances. Pour certains c'est la rose, bah pour nous c'est la merde. Si la misère est la belle-mère du profit, le pouvoir n'est que son genre. Un égoïste à vie d'amour qui se fout de ce qu'il engendre. Tu kiffes la vie de rue, pour lui sans te mettre en genre. Beaucoup comprennent pas le message quand on chante. Ton trafic pour survivre, ne crois pas que ça nous enchante. Cache pas ta vie pour la fille, t'es peut-être réduit ton sang. Ne vois pas que l'échec pour avancer, faut que tu te concentres. J'ai vu plus d'enfer que de paradis sur terre. Rares sont les anges car le mal les enterre. Ramener la justice dans leur système d'enfer. J'ai troqué mes punchs contre du engagé qui défait les contestes. Pendant que les putes se la pètent et veulent test, nef, vous en terre sur le terre. Je suis détergent, DIMS. Agressif pour leurs fesses, yo. C'est la bombe de balle, au mic des balles. Je fâche, les fâche, leur face à folle, ils crient comme des castafiores. Si tu veux clash ta torche, je t'en comme Albator, pur dire Albatard. C'est la bombe de balle, au mic des balles. Je fâche, les fâche, leur face à folle, ils crient comme des castafiores. Si tu veux clash ta torche, je t'en comme Albator, pur dire Albatard.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Dims with his song and his music video that he submitted for us today. Let's go over to our judges. Let's see what they thought. We'll start things off. He's a platinum producer. DJ Pain 1, you'll be up first. What did you think of Dims and his video that he submitted?
I think he has a lot of talent. I think he has good energy. I think he has a lot of potential. Again, it's just about. I think that today's showcase is full of really talented people who just need to improve a couple parts of their musical process. So with him, those doubles were so offbeat, it was really hard to listen to. But if you had just eliminated that track whatsoever and just left the lead by itself, it would have sounded fine. And then also, I think he would sound good on updated production because that track sounded, it wasn't bad, but it did sound dated, mostly just with the sound selection. But I thought his energy was good, so it translates well to a stage. So I'm kind of on the fence. I don't know. I think his energy is good. I just hope he doesn't. I'll give him a pass. I don't want him to record to perform over his pre-recorded vocals though. I don't want anyone to do that, but especially him, because those doubles, man, they gotta go.
All right, there you have it from DJ Pain 1, giving you your first pass from the judges. Let's go over to the next judge. Let's get his thoughts on this. He's the vice president of A&R at Motown Capitol Records, SHAWN Barron. What were your thoughts of Dims and his video that he submitted?
I just felt like, for one, the production sounded dated on top of everything. Shit, I'm getting a phone call. I'm sorry.
It's all good. It's all good. We're good.
Just on top of everything, the production sounded dated to me. So I'm just gonna give it a no pass based on that. He needs to get with a different producer and you know, find his sound.
All right, thank you for that. Sean Barron, no pass from our second judge. So once again, we have a tie, 1 pass and 1 no pass, which means it's all up to our last judge on the lineup. He's an A&R director at Atlantic Records. Knowledge, it's all up to you. What do you think of Dims and his video that he submitted?
I mean, for me, it felt kind of good. I mean, I liked his energy a lot. That was, for me, more than anything else, I liked the energy. But, you know, obviously I couldn't understand anything he was saying. So I couldn't all the way tell you if it was good or not. So I'm going to say no pass.
All right, thank you for that. Knowledge, no pass, unfortunately, from the 3 judges today, Dims. But check your email after this event. You're going to get some written feedback from all 3 of the judges. Thanks again for joining us. We hope to see you again on a future showcase. And we reached our last artist of the lineup. Up next, we have Skippy Skip. Now, Skippy Skip, we do have you in the chat room. Let me bring you on into the main room with me and the other 3 of the judges. All right, so Skippy Skip, let me bring you on in here. Can you hear us? All right, and while you connect there, Skippy Skip, you did submit your song called Current State of Hip Hop. Hey, Skippy Skip, we got you in here. Can you hear us? And we'll try this one more time. Skippy Skip, can you hear us? You're muted. Can you hear us?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Hey, we got you now, man. What's up? Where you from?
Okay, what's up? I live in the Raleigh, North Carolina area. And anyway.
Representing North Carolina. It's a pleasure to have you. What's your social media so everyone could go ahead and go check you out?
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm on Facebook, YouTube, and Reverb Nation. I'm trying... the next time I go into a recording session, I'm going to try and get some more of my SoundCloud up and running, but those are the ones I'm on right now. Facebook, YouTube, Reverb Nation, and trying to get some more going with that.
Okay,
so,
what's your Facebook name?
Skippy Skip, same as my stage name.
Okay,
so just look up Skippy Skip and you see a picture of me performing.
Okay, cool. And tell us a little bit about your song today. It's called Current State of Hip Hop. What is this all about? What are we about to listen to?
Okay, cool. Well, and anyway, so I wrote the song. Basically, it's like, for me, it's a frustration with a lot of today's hip hop and everything. And there are just too many people who I don't think are really putting time and energy into being a good MC. There's too many who are just doing a certain flow. Like, some people aren't even really rapping. They're just kind of grunting over a beat or something. And so, you know, I'm old school. I came up in the late 90s. That was when I had to hone my craft. And that was a time when, you know, MCs like Chino XL were getting busy and whatnot. And it was just like, it was much more, in order to be taken seriously as a rapper, you had to have a lot more ability than I think a lot of MCs are putting forward today. This song, aside from that, I wrote all the lyrics. I also did all the production. That's actually me playing instruments, though. There's a sample drum track, but everything else is live. I'm playing 3 electric guitars, acoustic guitar, classical guitar, Portuguese guitar, bass, about 7 keyboards and synthesizers, about a dozen percussion instruments, and even some harmonica, and even something called balalaika, which is a little Russian folk instrument. So you got a lot of texture in there.
Awesome. All right, well, let's go ahead. Let's take a listen. This is Skippy Skip with his song, Current State of Hip Hop. Let me load this up. We'll be right back. And
MCs weren't the smartest guys in the room. Now we're laying the mortar for hip-hop's tomb. Funky beats and ill rhymes with the bride and the groom. Divorce or exile's what we can only assume. We were seduced to the wrong path like Darth Vader. His radio darlings have the speech of a third grader. Taking over this town, I'm gonna be mayor. Climbing through adversity to reach the top layer. Your career lasts as long as a minor infection. You have nothing to contribute on closer inspection. Can't rap without a phone streaming a rip-off selection. Use a gun as a phallus and saying it's protection. Some stars are too dim to register detection. You never paid your due, so I've come for collection. Dressing like vagabond, saying the excellent. Calling women sluts, I don't see the connection. I get so what to say, you follow the example. Bet your life savings and you lost in the gamble. The same words again, you're starting to ramble. I'm the main document, you're just the preamble. Too often rappers can't rhyme and don't even have rhythm. Acting like fools but saying they're Christian. Your progress isn't there or even existing. You're the virus in hip-hop, I'll write a prescription. The intensity to penetrate my immensity. I have the propensity to leave you stuttering senselessly. I'm immune to your intellectual density. Your skills ain't cleansing me, I'm high class like a French city. Trash me all you want, can't match my lyrical IQ. Proto slam, something elegant like haiku. Taking my rhymes and try to be stealing. I float you out the room like a balloon filled with helium. Average MCs can't match my linguistic vivacity. You fail to rhyme multisyllabic is such an atrocity. You go down in flames, you flop so colossally. Scaly blonde, blonde, surmeander don't astonish me. Back to computers, your skills were so promising. All you say is negative, no traces of honesty. I'm a shade of night, I'm highly deadly. More lethal than the law of source that ate Dennis Nedry. Breaking it up, taking it up, shaking it up, waking it up, making it up, quaking it up, baking it up, caking it up. What? Shaping it up, draping it up, scraping it up, caking it up, taping it up, gaping it up, aching it up, craping it up. Yeah, can't tell if you join some music video or softcore pornography or a sexualized music's anomaly that fails to astonish me. Black flavors, skill, logic, pack, insanity. What a calamity, my rhymes distant value without profanity. Lyrics like substance, form, or intelligence, sending you on a path to hopeless irrelevance. Weaker than those lightest one the periodic table of events. Only goes through chaos, noise, and irreverence. 15 minutes of shame, try 15 seconds of shame. Once I'm done rhyming, the whole game will know my name. You say you're original, but you all sound the same. Images played out, and your lyrics are lame. Objectifying women to hide your redundance. Corporate chilling clones, you come in abundance. Playing with fire, you'll soon see your comeuppance. Once the world hears me, you're losing your fundage. Dapping it up, stepping, Johnny, dapping it up, repping up. Smashing it up, clashing it up, crashing it up, crashing it up, skibby skip, blowing it up, showing it up, snowing it up, shutting it up, cutting it up, gutting it up, yeah. Rely less on mic skills and more on hot producers to sell downloads to literate preteen consumers. Beats were made by ferrets on computers, but you buy limousines from mega polluters. I speak the truth, you're known to exaggerate. Too many rappers on one track to faithfully collaborate. Rhymes seem so easy, a toddler can navigate. You lie more than Ben Carson at Brian Williams' estate. Hanging with honeys, you ain't deserving earth. You think chemtrails are real and the earth has no curvature. Sound like a cheap library, you need more volumes. Taking my time to write my name so nobody calls you. You'll say whatever nets the most votes in the electorate. Get rich quick is the scheme of your plan's predicate. Access the roads and environment are protected. Your own was limiting and downfall like Oedipus. Like this and that. Like this and like that. There's real problems with the world's sun, big issues. Overpopulation, war, famine, sex, money, misuse. To want to discredit your opinion or dismiss you, but you're crying over spilled milk. Have a tissue. There's new frontiers across new books to illustrate. Time to get your goals set. Time to get your head straight. On the English plans, easy. Time to navigate. Tired of kissing up to big wigs. I'm ready to aggravate. Well, the top one first and flies way up the graph. While media hops away on celebrity gas. The wealthiest state have more than the world by about a half. Try to speak up, and they just want to laugh. There was a time when hip-hop was a culture. Now we're just a brick wall not painted with color. I'd solve the disease like the stomach of a vulture. Can't stand conformity, gives me an ulcer. No notable traits or ways to distinguish. Your fire is fire that I'm here to extinguish. You sounded like a Latvian Spanish while I hear your English. I'm gaming your throne, just like Peter Dinklage. Like Darkwing Duck, I'm the Night Terror. Once you're back to Walmart, you'll soon see your heirs. You're a land lover, well, I'm a true mariner. A Renaissance fan while you're a one-note character.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Skippy Skip with his song that he submitted for us today. Let's go over to our judges. Let's see what they thought. We'll start things off. He's the Vice President of A&R at Motown Capitol Records, Sean Barron. What were your thoughts of Skippy Skip and his song that he submitted? And we'll come right... Oh, there we go. We got you, Sean.
Hey, it's a no pass for me. I thought that was terrible. I'm sorry. it was off. It was long. Yeah, just no pass.
All right, there you have it from Sean Barron. No pass, unfortunately, from our first judge on the lineup. Let's go over to the next judge. He's a platinum producer, DJ Payne 1. What'd you think of Skippy Skip and his song that he submitted?
I wrote a pretty, what I think is a detailed synopsis of my opinion of the track, but I guess for the sake of time, I'll say no pass.
All right, no pass from our second judge on the lineup. And with that, we'll go over to our last judge on the lineup. He's an A&R director at Atlantic Records, Knowledge. What did you think of Skippy Skip and his song that he submitted?
Sean Barron, you are correct. That was terrible. It wasn't very good from any aspect, no matter which way you're looking at it. I think that, the message of what was supposed to be the song, the current state of hip hop, I think the record didn't do anything to convey what was actually wrong with it, or what you could do to fix it. So yeah, no pass.
All right, no pass, unfortunately, from the three judges today. Skippy Skip, check your email after this event. You're going to get some written feedback. As DJ Payne 1 mentioned, they all wrote you some written feedback, give you some advice on where to improve on your music. Thanks again for joining us, Skippy Skip. We hope to see you again on a future showcase. And with that, that's our entire lineup for today. Before we go, let's give a big shout out to all three of our judges. Starting off with the first judge on the lineup, he's the Vice President of A&R at Motown Capitol Records, Sean Barron. Where can everyone find you on social media?
Yeah, it's at Sean Barron, SHAWNBARRON on Instagram and Twitter.
Awesome, Sean. Always a pleasure to have you, man. Thank you so much for joining us for today's online event. Up next, he's an A&R director at Atlantic Records, Knowledge. Where can everyone find you on social media?
Only social media I'm on is Instagram. You can find me there, God_knowledge.
Awesome. Knowledge, thank you so much for joining us for today's online event. And last but certainly not least, he's a platinum producer, DJ Payne 1. Where can everyone find you on social media?
I'm easy to find. All social media is at DJ Payne 1. At DJPayne1beats.com is easy way to work with me. But feel free to reach out through DMs or any other way that you find.
Awesome. DJ Payne 1, always a pleasure to have you, man. Thank you so much for joining us for today's online event. Thank you to all three of our judges. My name's Adonis Lugo. Be sure to check me out on Instagram as well on behalf of myself, the judges, and the entire Coast to Coast Live team. We'll see you guys on the next one.